talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game.
It's week 4 of the NFL, and we'll see DJ Moore. He's more than happy with last week's numbers, going well over 100 yards and scoring twice. It's the Panthers and the Cards, next on Madden Football.
Just a spectacular afternoon. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers out for their first possession, and leading the offense in his first season with the team, quarterback Baker Mayfield.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 15 carries, 85 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help them reach the century mark.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremble earned Carolina's starting job as a rookie, but only had 35 targets as Carolina struggled in the passing game. Both sides are hoping those numbers and the offense as a whole can improve in 2022. Remember, Tommy Tremble spent his time at Notre Dame as a fullback and tight end, really starting to grow into the position.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And here comes Kyler Murray in his 4th NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
First down, Murray. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Mayfield. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw, Mayfield. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Murray off play action. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The Cardinals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
These two teams all tied after one. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Come on.
Murray now on 1st down. On the move to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? 102 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. From the 38, Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 31, Murray. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he will pick up the first down as he is out of bounds. And on that, we will reach the 2-minute warning. Play fake. Murray. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down is Murray. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
A first down carry for Barkley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 65 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Throwing now is Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Murray on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Kyler Murray with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield over the middle to Smith. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is on target to the left, didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A final shot before half for Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
On every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Oh, boy, hang on here. J.J. Watt appears to be injured or at least shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
His pass caught at the 4. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Saquon Barkley. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get
under pressure. They got him again. Chase Young in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's taken to the 26. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailed big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Murray now on 1st down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are.
Touchdown! Marquise Brown, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing. Mayfield. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. He's got room at the 30. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble, 57 yards. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now Murray, he bootlegs it, steps away. And he finds McLaurin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That caught by Trimble. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
There's Trimble, the tight end. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 2nd down and 7. Mayfield to throw it. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Facing this 4th-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot for Mayfield here. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had?